here at Broomstick Fairy. Now, guys, this channel is brand spanking new, so I'm hoping that we can become very, 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 very great or friends, what have you. Now, guys, like I said, this channel is brand new, so I've got to get used to like being on camera and the angles and all that. I gotta make sure I've got all the right angles. And don't worry about babes, the sister is diet. I've been working hard to try to get this channel up and running for y'all. But it's up now, so I'm thankful and grateful. And like I said, welcome. So guys, I want to make an announcement. In addition to the tarot card readings, I also have an Etsy boutique. And at the moment, I'm selling majority of women's clothes. But fellas, do not give up on me. Not yet anyways. Because basically, very soon, I will be accumulating more and more men's in collections. Alright? And also, I want to make it known that for those of you who are not too into astrology or horoscopes or tarot, that you should definitely check out your moon and your rising sign, in addition to the sun sign, which is the month you was born, because those have a major, major influence on our personalities. Okay? And you also should know that there is no better way than getting a more effective reading than from getting one with you and I personally, because those ones are more interactive, there's more one-on-one, it's just you and me, because these readings are basically a general reading and I have to reach millions and millions, so thousands of you with the same zodiac sign as yours, okay? So I'm not going to hit the nail every single time for each and every one of these general readings. So your best way is to book a private one, and you can do so at the Etsy shop, which is called Broomstick Fairy, or one word with a capital F in between the broomstick and the fairy. Or you can also do so at the email, which is broomstickfairy@gmail.com, alright? Because just in case if you're watching the general ones and you're thinking, that doesn't really gel with your smile, or you're thinking, in other words, it doesn't really feel like it's resonating with you, or it doesn't feel like it's in tune with you in your essence, it's because you either need a one-on-one or you need to check your moon and your vibes. Now, guys, thank you so much for your time. And once again, welcome to Pisces. Hello, species. This is for Pisces, all 16. How are you, fellow water signs? Now, this reading is very interesting, Pisces. I'm sure we all know by now that Pisces love to love. They are like fatals in love. They love unconditional, hard to the core. I love it. I love that type of stuff. He's very thorough when it comes to love, but sometimes you can be loving to a fault. And by the position of the cards and the synchronities and the duplicates or triplets in numbers, it's kind of solidifying or highlighting that fact or that aspect that sometimes you can love to the core, so that you can get so involved in maybe in a business venture that not be of your highest interest or the best interest of yourself. So that's what I'm getting, judging from the cards. Okay, so right off the bat, I can tell from all these sixes telling me that this love that you possibly have in your life right now is for some of you, is a reincarnation love that has survived deaths and reincarnations. And I can also tell that there's a bit of news or gossip going on, and one of you needs a little bit more excitement in the relationship. There's also a bit of, and one of you needs to spend more time alone, when there's a little bit of impractical idealism, especially with these 2 9s and then the 2 3s, it's just kind of news or gossips and stuff like that. Okay, so let's get started into the reading. Basically, we're starting off with 2 swords and the lovers. This is more of the reading, or this is the base, or the like, definitely circling you right now. The 2 swords in reverse. 2 swords in reverse can mean you're letting yourself go. You're starting to talk more. You're starting to communicate. Upright, it means that you're trying to have your heart is crossed over, and you're not really involved in communicating, you're not really involved in letting your feelings known, or you're being very stalemate or very stagnant or very blocked. And if you're in reverse, you're expressing your emotions and you're letting them out. This can be for the good of all or for the bad of all. So it depends how this communication is going to manifest, but I feel like the communication is probably manifesting in a way that it's not really that good or beneficial to you, because paired with the Lovers card reverse, you have the Lovers card in reverse, and this is telling me that this is a blind in love kind of situation, and that someone kind of sacrificing themselves very tremendously in love, or sacrificing themselves so much in love, or maybe there's some sort of arguments, or you have to make some sort of choice, and you're making a bad decision, or you're going down the wrong road, and you're offering your love to the wrong person, or you're being a fatal, and I say fatal in quotations, like you're just like fatal attraction with this person, and it's like feel like it's like the be all or end all with this person, and it can probably be quite smothering with them as well. Because in your thought process, we have the devil, and then we have the Son of Cups. In this deck, it's called the Son of Cups. This is the Mother Piece Round Tarot. Beautiful, beautiful illustrations. Very native, very raw, very primal, very ethnic. I love it. But anyways, yeah, you have the devil in your thought process. So your thoughts are very much bondaging and very much obsessingly. So you're obsessing over someone, you're obsessing over a love, or obsessing over offering your love to someone. Because the Son of Cups deals with like poetic love and music, and an offering of love, or a peace offering, or singing beautiful songs. So like you just keep having these melodies in your head over and over of the same person, or of an endeavor, business endeavor that you want to um, see come into fruition for some of you. So yeah, you have the devil here is very much about self limitations or bondages that you have created and you have placed on yourself. So you're obsessively thinking about someone, and you're addicted to someone, or you're addicted to love, or addicted to this person, especially with the Son of Cups here. And here is the Son of Cups, one making beautiful music. This deck can represent making music, making beautiful music with someone. That's what's playing, the song that's playing on and on in your thoughts right now. And what's reinforcing that for me is that in your emotions, you have King of Cups, and also because you're Pisces, yeah, Pisces is water signs, and the water signs rules the cups and emotions and love and intuition and depth and creativity, and overly nurturing, overly mothering, can be quite smothering at times, but very intuitive. So yeah, you're Pisces and you're a water sign. So this could represent you offering your love and being obsessed. That's what you want to do to someone. But you have the lovers in reverse, so it's saying that maybe this isn't the right lover for you, or maybe this isn't the route that you should be going down, and maybe you're binded in love by this Two of Swords and the lovers there. And also you have the Shaman of Cups. In this deck, it's called the Shaman of Cups, but in the traditional decks, it's called the King of Cups. Like I told you, this is very tribal and native. I love this deck. And Shaman of Cups is someone who is a good emotional lover. He is very poetic. He's very romantic. He's very trustworthy. He loves his family. You come to talk to him about everything. He's very open and things of that sort. So maybe this is what you want in a man, or what you want in a woman, which regarding doesn't matter. The gender is quite neutral because this is a general reading. So even though it says Shaman of Cups, it can be a Queen of Cups because this is general. So it can be a male or a female. So yeah, you have the Shaman of Cups, which is emotions. This can also be representing you as well. You can be very overly emotional right now, or so much into your emotions, or so into your feelings right now, Pisces. Um, Especially paired with the Death card in reverse. Now, the Death card is a beautiful card. It's not doesn't always mean literal death of someone or physical death of someone. It's the meaning is more metaphysical, mainly and mostly in most cases. Okay, so don't stress about that. So the Death card in reverse says that you are refusing to transform. The Death card is actually a beautiful card. It's number 9, which reduces to number 4, but you are refusing to transform. You're refusing to renew yourself or rebirth yourself, or you're refusing to shed your skin and start anew, like the snakes do. You see, we have this card is very beautiful because it depicts a lot of different layers and a lot of different aspects of rebirth. You have the snake, which is very, very good symbolism in a lot of um, the Eastern societies and the Eastern cultures way from eons and eons ago. Uh, and also you have the skeleton, which is obviously a symbolism of death and rebirth. So, but you have this come up in reverse, Pisces. So I feel like this means that you are holding on to dear life of this dream of having a perfect family, or of having the ideal life, because you also have of this here and of this usually means family and stability and support from your family members or friends, and you have a good stable unit and a good foundation, good grounding. And the disc or pentacles in the normal decks, and the disc in this deck is basically rules like earth and tangible, practical, stable, grounded foundation, money, finances, starting of businesses and projects, the profit or the foundation, the business sense of projects and stuff like that. So I feel like with the Shaman of Cups or the King of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Death card in reverse, I feel like you're holding on to dear life with this about this ideal life you have in your head for wanting to grow with someone. I feel like you really want to build a family with someone. This person is possibly a Virgo or possibly a water sign, depending on or you just want it to be like a Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus, because those are the stability, the foundation. Those are the ones that are like really reliable in the deck. So I feel like maybe you want this with this person, you want to start a family with this person, or you just want to have a relationship that has these qualities, that is reliable and that is has a firm foundation for you. Ability, like you just want. I feel like that's screaming out in this reading. Because I just feel like you guys are obsessing a lot about love, you know, or like maybe you crave this person, or you crave this person. Maybe they give you some sort of thrill or danger. You know, Pisces are quite humble and very modest and very calm and sweet and subtle. But I feel like maybe you're attracted to this person because this is like the danger or the thrill that you get out of life by you know, maneuvering or by interacting or being involved with this kind of person. You know? And so yeah, so in your spiritual influences in your life right now, it's messy. Spiritual influences in your life right now, you have more disc. So obviously, maybe you're worried about your finances right now, Pisces, or you're worried about starting up a business or some foundation or something of some sort. Or maybe you want to study because you also have 3 pages in here. So maybe some of you want to start you want to study or do a new course or something, or utilize your talents in that way, because you have the Sun of Disc here. And the Sun of Disc is basically the Knight of Disc or the Knight of Pentacles and other decks. Here you have person kind of looking like a Robin Hood shooting his target or shooting his arrow. And this is symbolic of you wanting to utilize your talents, or to utilize your you want to utilize your you want to be useful, you want to find yourself useful, and you want to use all your skills and your talents and make use of the stuff that you have been blessed with. But also can mean that you want to shoot target and you want to grab a hold of that person that you so desperately want to offer love to, you know. And the night of this does get there and does get the job done, but it definitely moves in a very slow pace. It's not as fast and not as impulsive as like the Knight of Wands or the Knight of Swords. This one is quite humble and quite slow and steady, wins the race kind of thing. So yeah, I kind of feel like you've been in this. You've been playing at this for a long. You've been playing a long game to get what you want. Like you've been at this for a long time. To try and maybe you've been holding on to this person for a long time. Like I said earlier, I feel like if there is pertaining to some of you pertaining to a love that has reincarnated in years, so it's like you're still holding on for dear life, and also like with this family that you want over here, and with the Death, the Ten of Disc, and the King of Cups, like you're holding on for dear life for this this ideal image that you have of a family. Yeah, so you just want a little bit more foundation, and you want someone that's a little bit more grounded, that's want to ground your finances and stuff, and you want to maybe set up shop, or maybe you're interested in starting a business. And because you have the Four of Discs here as well, and the Four of Discs to me, especially in this deck, we have a woman kind of setting up shop, or setting up a new home, or setting up a new foundation, a new firm stableness for herself. And you have this is the Fourth Disc in the spiritual sector. So I feel like maybe you're saving your money, or I feel like you're saving your time, or you're trying to bide your time. You're focusing on saving your, or preserving your energy, or saving your energy for this relationship, or for business endeavor. And in the tangible sense, like what's manifesting from this, from your spiritual influence. You have the Six of Disc in reverse, and you have the the Hermit in reverse, or in this tarot card deck, it's called the Crane in reverse. Um, Basically, you have like a wizard or a wise person standing on a mountain that is being overlooked by his angels or intuition or guardian angel. Very beautiful card. You have it in reverse. Now, the Hermit often means spiritual advice or a spiritual teacher or someone who is alone or someone who is in isolation to learn more about spiritual pursuits so that they can come out on the other end and teach people about um, life and the alternative side to life and spiritualism and being in tune with yourself and your higher ideals. But you receiving this in reverse and receiving it in reverse with the Six of Pentacles or the Six of Discs. The Six of Discs upright is it's a signification of reciprocity, of a good balance of give and take. And so in reverse, I feel like it's just like you're just feeling like you're not getting with reciprocity, or there's an unbalance and an uneven in the give and take in a relationship. Where you feel like you're giving more, or the other person feels like they're giving more. There's not an even balance, so there is a discard. It's very daunting and it's very hurtful because you feel like you're not getting what you're due to get, and this is causing isolation with one of you. So yeah, the lack of reciprocity is causing you to feel isolated, or it's causing one of you to feel isolated in the relationship. Okay, and so yeah, that's what's manifesting in your everyday life now, is because in your spiritual influences, maybe you're realizing that you're aiming for the wrong target, and that you're starting to withhold your you're starting to withhold your love and affections more. Your pentacles, you're starting to gather them up and be more selective in who you give it to, or maybe that's the advice from spirit of what you should do, or maybe you're saving up to set up shop because you feel like some sort of organization for some of you may be involved in, they may have been a loss of money, or maybe you have someone that's not being as honest with you as you wish, or that they have started out to be. Maybe they have been selling you sweet nothings in your ear and stuff like that, and you're realizing that this organization is that organization, so you're trying to save your money. You realize you should be a bit stingy right now with your money or your love or your affection because something's not being reciprocated. Okay, and the opposing forces that you have, which is these two right here, opposing forces opposing each other. You have the Three of Swords and you have the Seven of Swords. So basically, your heart, your in normal decks, yeah, this is a depiction of a heart with swords going through it, with three swords going through it, and that is basically relating to the fact that your heart is broken, or you feel like your heart is aching for something, or can also possibly mean some sort of operation or something of sort, um, or surgery or something. But in this case, I feel like it's pertaining to your heart is feeling broken because you feel like your love is not being reciprocated, and you feel like someone is being quite secretive, or you're feeling like it's maybe best to go when you're in with the Seven of Swords here. Um, this Seven of Swords is like a fox sneaking up on the chickens to get its meal, and being very secretive and being very calculated and being very kind of malicious and strategic in getting what they want. That's what the Seven of Swords represents. Can be very secretive or very conniving, or not quite honest, yeah, and can definitely someone just looking out for themselves. It's not the most positive card in the deck. And these two together, I just feel like your heart is broken because some secrets are being withheld and things of that nature. And what's opposing that, or what's fighting the thoughts of that, is the fact that you have the Daughter of Cups, which is a normal tarot card deck. It means the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is very intuitive, is very romantic. It can be a bit naive, but for the most part, they're very intuitive, very loving, and they want to and love and peace and poetic, and they often have a message to bring. So this is your intuition that's screaming to you, telling you about the opposing forces, because these are the two opposing each other, telling you about this deceitful person in your life. Or your intuition is telling you about this deceitful endeavor business that you possibly be going into. So it's telling you to watch out for. That's the message that's coming in from the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups can also represent children. And you also have the presence of the Empress here. So maybe this is talking about some of you that maybe single mothers, maybe you want to have a family for your child, and maybe you want to have a family with this person that you Virgo, or this person that exudes Virgo qualities. You want to have a family for your daughter. So like your intuition is fighting with your intuition is solidifying or fighting with your heart, because you know in your heart maybe that you need to move on from this person, but you still maybe a little bit naive of some sort. Um, and also you have another page of another page, but this page is in reverse. So this is the page of this, or means the page of Pentacles. You have the page of Pentacles in reverse, and the page of Pentacles usually means kind of setting up shop as well, or meaning like you're ready to start a new you're ready to start a new course, or you're ready to start a new business venture, or you're eager and ready to learn more, and ready to leave the nest, and you're ready to go on a quest of some sort, and to become a better, wiser person for yourself, and to have better finances, or to become your own boss, or to become an expert in your field, whether it's just to go and study or something like that. That's what you have here as another opposing force. And also you have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, or the Ace of Disc in reverse, and the Son of Swords in reverse in your advice section. So I feel like, I don't know, maybe some of you be putting your foot in your mouth, you're going to be promising too much that you can't deliver with the Son of Swords in reverse, or somebody doing that to you, somebody selling sweet nothings in your ear. So just telling you to be wise, or to be aware of that. Also with the Ace of Disc in reverse, maybe you be a little bit naive with your spending, and loosely with your spending. Maybe you're spending too loosely, or maybe you have received a gift that you don't want, or maybe you're offering up for this Knight of Cups up here. Maybe your offer for love to someone is not received, and they did not receive your gift of love, and maybe you're putting your foot in your mouth now, or you're feeling like all the things you promised have just gone to waste. Maybe someone is promising you all of these things, and it's not really going to come into fruition, and you're going to kind of maybe lose some money or lose some finances, or maybe you're just being loose with your finances. We need to just work on that a bit, be a little bit more tight with your finances. And also for the outcome of the situation, you have the Eight of Cups and you have the Empress. So I feel like this maybe some of you are deciding to move on from this situation or from this love. Maybe you're deciding more like you want to face your fears, or you want to follow your dreams and invest into yourself, maybe with some sort of studying, or some sort of education or career pursuit or course, or something of the sort. Some of you hairdressers, the Two of Swords here, and then the Empress. Or some of you be getting maybe leaving, or maybe wanting to start more health health and beauty industry. Maybe you want to get more into the health and beauty industry, because you have the the Eight of Cups here, and the Empress. The Empress here laying, she's like a queen, laying like laying like the queen of royalty. She's just like, the Empress means nurturing, means motherly energy, means giving birth to creative ideas, means giving birth to inspiration. It means being a great motherly like figure to your community. It means expressing yourself creatively, lovingly, honestly. And it can also mean that maybe you're just deciding to just focus on your child and just be a great mother for your child right now, and to move on. Because I like the depiction of the Eight of Cups in this deck as well, because it's depicting an octopus holding on to these cups of water for dear life, and it's like just feeling like something is missing. So you feel like you need to go in search of that. Like you feel like it seems like everything is okay on the surface, but something is definitely missing internally. And you need to go in search for that. So maybe you need to go in search to better yourself, or to beautify your surroundings and make your surroundings more beautiful. And especially those of you who are interested in the health and the beauty industry, or the health and beauty industry. Okay? And also, I should have explained earlier that this is the cross and triangle spread, and I just done 2 rounds. Basically, normally it's just 1 round, like it will just be 1 row, but I done 2 rounds. So basically, at the bottom of each round, at the bottom of the deck on the first round, basically, which was at the bottom of this deck, after shuffling on one round, and the style of doing it, I shuffle like this, and whichever card pops out to me is the message that spirit wants you to know. Okay, I very seldomly pick the cards myself, even though they are all divine messages. I just like to do it that way. I just think that you guys should know that. It means that you can see the whole process and you just see the cards that are on the table. So yeah, basically at the bottom of the first round was the Six of Swords. Okay, and the Six of Swords represents a time of moving on and moving into beautiful, more calmer waters. Okay, because the Six of Swords in the normal deck often is depicting a woman and a child in a boat with a man paddling and moving towards safer or a better, or moving on towards situations that are more blessing and are more nurturing and caring and loving for those in question. Okay, so you're moving on to better times, or you're moving on from the trauma or from troubled waters and onto more peaceful and onto more beautiful, more harmonious life for yourself. That's what the Six of Swords represents. Okay, and then at the bottom of the round two, that at the bottom of the deck on round two, you have the Nine of Swords. So there's a lot of swords going on here. Pisces, I feel like you are very much you're involved in your mental state and emotions right now because you're thinking so much on your mind, because the swords represent the mind, it represents thoughts, it represents communication. But the Nine of Swords is quite a daunting and quite an anxiety or an anxious card, because the card represents sitting up at night and not being able to sleep and being quite stressed out about something, or something that's annoying you, and you're not having peaceful sleep, or you're not having peaceful days because you're too hung up on something, or you're too focused on. You're too overly focused on something that is detrimental to your health, and we need to put a stop to that. Okay, my fishes, you guys are so loving. I love Pisces. Okay, and I just want to see you so happy and beautiful and create beautiful music. Do not create confusion for yourself. Okay, if you and you're very intuitive, so listen to your intuition and trust yourself. Okay. Now, guys, that was the Corby reading. Oh, and also, I just want to say, I just feel like there's a lot of like puppy love going on, like, you know, or and I just feel like for some of you there's a lot of puppy love going on, and for some of you there's maybe you even want to get into new endeavors. You're trying to face your fears. Some of you maybe are even auditioning for something creative. Um, I'm sorry, I'm just getting all these messages, and I just have to kind of say them because there's people like thousands of you, all that's I'm trying to reach, or that message is coming for. Because this is a general reading, I'm just trying to say things so that I can cover the bases. So forgive me if it just sounds like I'm all over the place, okay? Or some of you may be going on like a vacation to retreat, or you need to go on a vacation to retreat for some of this anguish, mental anguish that you have right now. You know? But yeah, I believe that that's it for your reading. And I love you, Pisces. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Also, I'm just going to give you some advice for the oracle cards that popped out from the shuffling. Okay, I also shuffled these as well. Now, from the goddess deck, we have Mayat, which is the god of fairness. And Mayat wants you all to know, yeah, the situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. Let me suggest another definition for fairness. It's when all parties involved surrender their personal agendas in favor of the greater good for the entirety of the group. This requires trust in the wisdom of the whole. When it comes to matters of disputes, the attacks are based on fears that you do not receive your share. Yet attacks amplify the hurt and the pain that caused the dispute in the first place. Why not surrender your attachment to a specific outcome and instead direct your holy will towards the resolution of the argument? Build a firm vision of a peaceful outcome and let the pieces fall into place in a harmonious manner. Okay? She's got a balance. She's got balance. They're like a Libra scales here. Show the balance of fairness. The various meanings of this card: a lawsuit will be resolved, or a dispute will end harmoniously, or you will be treated fairly, or keep everyone's needs in mind during negotiations, or it can be release guilt and shame, as these emotions can attract a punishing attack. That's the message from Isis. Okay, and also that when this card came out, it just made me even more happy about intuitive guidance for you guys of saying that is relationship or something is involved with a past life situation is because Isis popped out. Now, Isis is regarding a past life. Okay, so basically saying this situation involves your past life memories. The goddess Isis. Okay, your roots upon this planet are strong and deep, and some of the roots have anchored you in past memories from faraway times. These roots have anchored you so deeply, in fact, that you're paralyzed when it comes to moving forward. I've called your attention to this condition so that you unearth and uproot past memories. Sometimes you bury those memories to shield yourself from psychic pain or embarrassment, so you won't remember those awkward moments when life tested you to the maximum. Reveal those lessons to yourself now, strong sorceress, and move forward with the confidence that you have sage wisdom behind you. Okay? And the meanings of this card, or the scenarios for this card, means to get a past life regression to gain insights and answers. Ancient fears from the past life are surfacing right now, or you've known the person you're inquiring about in a past life, or your current situation relates to a childhood issue. Okay? That's the messages from the goddesses. Keep in mind, these are all just jumped out, and this is the message the spirit has for you. Okay? Now, from the message from the fairies, we have goodbye to the old and hello to the new. The magical messages from the fairies. Goodbye to the old and hello to the new. You finish one part of your life, and now a new and even better part is beginning. Yes. This card indicates that a chapter in your life is closing. Perhaps you've been feeling a sense of loss or anxiety about the future. This card reassures you that your present situation is teaching you many valuable and important life lessons. You're now taking that wisdom and beginning a journey with new people, new works, and situations. Be open to this change as it brings blessings for everyone involved. Your future is taken care of. The scenarios for this card means you'll be moving into a new home, or a job promotion is upcoming, a relationship is ending, a transition is noticeable, and let go of unhelpful ill patterns, and make time to work on healing your past hurts. Alright? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful card. Look at her. She's gorgeous. And also, fairies want you to do some research. So maybe for the messages for some of you that be getting involved in a new endeavor or a new study or program of some sort, is telling you to do some research. Okay? You need more information about the situation. Look into it further before proceeding. This card indicates that you're trying to make a decision without a full understanding of the situation. Spend some time doing research, including asking the universe and other people for information. Follow any leads, such as intuitive feelings. Use that intuitive Pisces. Someone that's saying something that clicks as the truth, and you receive the facts that you need. As you get this information, you alter your original plans. Don't worry, this is a positive change that will garner you more blessings in the long run. The scenarios for this card: read, study, or take a class. Trust in the synchronicities that is occurring. Interview an expert. Ask someone to mentor you in or a new profession. And if your God tells you no, then trust this instinct. Message from the fairies. And then also from the wisdom of the Oracle deck, Pisces, we have the Loyal Heart card. Now, the Loyal Heart card is telling you that you, this is just, when I saw this, I was like, oh gosh, this is so true. And it's like just reinforcing the reading. You guys' reading's actually been really smooth. So I really hope that this reading comes to some of you very precisely, very accurately. And I hope that it's very beneficial to you. Because you have a loyal heart. This heart is very beautiful. And we all know Pisces are fatals, like I said in the beginning. So once this card popped out, I was excited. I was like, yes! I'm winning right back with the guidance from Pisces, okay? So, loyal heart. Fidelity, loyalty, and devotion. Evidence of loyalty will occur in your life. Others will prove they are faithful to you, and you will in turn commit fully to them. There is a sure and abiding certainty in your heart. Know that spirit is always loyal to you. No matter the outcome, the outer circumstances in your life, trust and have faith, for you are eternally loved, always, and divinely protected. Your partnerships, friendships, and romantic relationships all have qualities in common right now. Honest devotion, faithfulness, and loyal heart are being shown to you. Are you as loyal in return? Now is the time for heartfelt commitment and trusting in the divine protection. Your long-term loyalty to your goals is becoming evident in the world for the prosperity message. Sorry, the message I just read was the relationship message. This is the prosperity message. Your long-term loyalty to your goals is becoming evident in the world of conditions, whereas your aspirations for success assume form in reality. Success is finally taking shape. If you are loyal to your dreams, faithful to your plans, while remaining flexible and devoted to serving others, you will be shown proof of your true prosperity. This is a time for joyful celebration of spirit, and your manifestation of partner. The protection message is that are you stubborn or overly tenacious about an idea, or have you become so attached to something that you just don't know how to let it go? Could it be that it's become so much a part of you that you wouldn't know who you are without it? Now is the time to look at outdated beliefs, old ideas, and misplaced loyalties. Betrayal is only a signal that it is time to prune away all that don't deserve your trust and have no place in your life. Be new, think new, and open your heart to new things. Let go of the old and all your attachments. Spirit has awesome plans for you. Make some room. Okay? That's the message from Wisdom of the Oracle. I know I'm doing a lot of oracles, but I'm like oracle queen, okay? I love me some oracles. I just think that they're so divine and so precious, so sacred. And now we have messages from the fairies. Okay? The message from the fairies. We have Gotcha in reverse, and then we have undressing of a salad. So the Gotcha in reverse. Four. Gotcha. Gotcha in reverse. Stagnation rules. It is seen that the situation is forever stuck, mired down in a swamp of misery, boredom, or pain. So it is, and it will remain so until someone, probably the current, voluntarily sacrifices something outgrown but tightly clung to in order to acquire something better. Bear in mind that the only truly meaningful sacrifice is ourselves, our time, our energy, our attitudes, and our beliefs. Watcher standing on his head suggests that we can break loose from his pattern by dedicating ourselves to some service, some voluntary but meaningful sacrifice that will loosen the knots, break loose the cement around the joints, and set us free. Gosha would like to see us do this and save him a lot of effort. Otherwise, he offers helpfully, I'll come and help you break loose just as soon as I have a moment to spare. So this is the messages from the fairies oracles, okay? This is like brilliant. Like this is you guys reading this very straightforward. So I really hope that this resonates with some of you who make a day, that I have helped you guys in some way, okay? Because this is like really reinforcing like everything that is happening with the tarot readings, synchronicities, Pisces. Yeah. Don't mind me, I have multiple words. Okay, so the undressing of a salad, which is number one. This is the last oracle message for y'all. Can you see? Balance, avoiding extremes, achieving the impossible, and being impossible. Brian called this painting the dressing of a salad. But in the earlier stage of the Good Fairies, Bad Fairies manuscript, it was the undressing of a salad. I've combined the names because they showed us important aspects of the card. The dressing of a salad requires a good balance. The desperate elements must blend it into a tasty whole. The undressing of a salad requires truly remarkable adroitness. At first, one might think it impossible, but Adroito, whom we see busily balancing magical balls, is the fairy of doing impossible things. He is also the fairy of being impossible and the fairy of avoiding extremes. Sound impossible? Well, of course it is. I'm sorry, this book has a bit of banter and it's kind of very fairy tale like and story like. So if you see a bit of like things like, what the hell is that? I'm just reading it because I think it's very informative, okay? Um, Both Androto and Sally, crouched above him, are intently focused on balancing things, and the large gnome in the center finds this very amusing. He looks in two directions at once, seeing the impossibility of keeping things that are in constant motion in balance at all times. Like the juggling act of life. Of course we fall out of balance. Of course we occasionally drop the ball. Sometimes we drop the ball or a bird flies by and snatches it from us. And we just have to invent another one. Sometimes this seems impossible, as undressing a salad. There are times when we have to turn bad luck into good, and this isn't always easy, especially if someone else seems determined to turn good luck into bad. I'm sorry if I'm reading really fast and I'm messing up, but it's because I'm just trying to hurry up. I don't want the reading to be. I know y'all got zip. Everything is integrating and disintegrating at the same time. Confusion is rife, but we still try to create order and put things into balance. The whole universe is hurtling through time at an astonishing rate, and it is very difficult to keep balance on a rapidly moving object, especially as it appears to lurch unpredictably from time to time. Sooner or later, Androito and Sally, or both, will drop their balls. The sulky looking fellow on the left is clearly waiting to snatch one or two so he can play two, or maybe so he can play two, or maybe just so that Androito and Sally cannot. Money is on Androito though. He is smart enough to realize that old balls wear out and new ones must be brought into play. Reinforcing the magic message from the fairies. Where the hell is the card? Okay, yeah. Reinforcing Goodbye to the old and hello to the new. Yes. He is smart enough to realize that old boys were out and new ones must be brought into play. He is ready to deal with this. The balance changes constantly, but it is still a balance, okay? The messages in this reading or the scenarios in this reading means these are emotions and the outcome is impossible to predict. A cool head is required to deal with this, as is a readiness to jump in whatever direction seems appropriate. Exercise cool judgment while staying ready for the unpredictable. Sudden changes of fortune may appear good or bad, but they are in flux and can be rechanneled if necessary. Develop poise, stay calm. You can come out a winner here, but it is likely to take concentrated effort. Use power with delicacy and discretion. Okay, fishes.